I'm going to explain now what is dynamic object. Note it down. What is dynamic object group? So, like suppose I'm just type add, okay, and dynamic. I'm just going to type a name like. Actually, I've already created one. Let me see if I'll remove it. It will not. It is not let me remove, guys. Any reason why? So, guys, if you try to remove any objects and if it is used in any policy, it will not let you remove, guys. Okay, you need to remove from the policies. Then you will remove from here. Okay, guys. Now I want to create one dynamic objects. So I'm going to create a objects like let's give a name again, new dynamic objects. Okay, because I've already have a dynamic object group. I'm giving a new dynamic objects. Okay, guys. Okay, anything. Okay, that is very important, guys. So type is static. Okay, static we know that we will add manually. Okay, the object addresses. But suppose I will choose dynamic. So we will. What is dynamic? We all know what is dynamic, guys. Okay, dynamic means randomly something is coming. Randomly, we don't know. Okay, it is not defined actually. That is called dynamic, right? Okay, so that is something add match criteria. So what is it? It will match only one single criteria. That's it. Whatever it will match, like tag. I will show you. Okay, so before learning this, just cancel. I will explain what is tag. So come to the tag. Tag is nothing. Tag is like a color, guys. Just a color. Okay. I have used that many of tags. I can delete it. I will explain it now. What is tag? Can I remove? It is not. Anyway, it also can be used. So tag is what? Just consider your type add. Give any name like a van user, guys. Okay. And I want to color. I want to create one color for van user. Any color. Gold, yellow. Just I'm giving a name yellow. Okay. Van user. Okay, I've created one van user. I've given the name yellow. Anything, okay. Like I also again going to create a Manpreet PC. Manpreet PC. Okay, guys. And any name. I can give any name, guys. Not Manpreet PC. I'm just going to give DMG server. Okay, guys. I'm going to create TMG server and DMG server. This is an important name, right? And I want to give any color like midnight blue. Okay. I'll select midnight blue. That is okay, guys. It means, guys, so whatever I have DMG server and color is midnight blue. So whoever I just remember, guys, DMG server I've given the color midnight blue. So this is a tag. Color is nothing, it's a tag. So how we are going to use? So if I'll come to the dynamic user group. Okay, anyway, it's not dynamic user group. I have created that new dynamic. Let's create a new dynamic objects group. Okay, guys. And in this group, and then you have to define dynamic. And here I will give one criteria, any criteria, guys. Okay, so you can see these are whatever it will open and or it's like I've select DMG server. That's it. I've created one, given the name, and just I've given the criteria DMG server. This is what is DMG server? I've created the tags for that, right? It's a tag, and I've given the color moonlight blue something. Okay, that's it, guys. I've created this new dynamic object group. Dynamic, there's nothing is coming. It's a mode. If I click on it more, I've got nothing. So dynamic object group, I'm going to show you what is dynamic object group. So I've created one group, dynamic object groups, type is dynamic, and I've given the match criteria, add match criteria. Okay, DMG server. So I have created the tags, right? Come to the tag. I have created this tag DMG server and given the color midnight blue. That's it. Tag is what? It's a color. That's it to identify that particular stuffs. Okay, that's it. It's a color. Just a tag is what? It's coloring. If you come to the policy, okay, I have given the inside or outside color, inside green. So wherever is inside name you will find, it will show this color green. Outside I've given the red color in the tags. So wherever if you see the word outside, it will be in the red color. But this is the tag actually, like whatever the name you will create, and like I've created the inside, given the forest green. So whenever this name will show, it will be changed into whatever the color you have mentioned for that. So I've created a DMG server and it is midnight blue. So wherever DMG server you will find, it will show you in the midnight color. So nothing, it's a identify like a creating addresses object group, right? The same way it is giving a name to a color. That's it. I have given the name a color. So this is a tag. Anyway, now come to the group. And in this group, I am creating one dynamic objects. Okay. And here I've selected the match criteria. It means it will match this dynamically, it will match some kind of criteria. So I've given the DMG server match criteria. It means it's a tag. Okay. But I have selected DMG server. So what will happen if I go to the addresses and someone, if creating one addresses with any IP, like I'm going to create one, just name would be IP dash, and IP is 5.5.5, anything. Okay. It's a name, IP 555, any name. And this is the IP of the name. Okay. And just select the tag. And I'm selecting DMG server. Okay. It's all depend. I'm selecting I'm going to create this object address. I'm giving the tag DMG server. Okay. So wherever this tag would be there, right? DMG server tag. Okay. You will see later on. I'm going to create one more IP give the 6.6.6. It's a name, right? And I'm going to give an IP address 6.6.6, and I want to give a tag DMG server. Okay, so tag is what? Is just a color. I'm giving DMG. I've just given a name, this object. Okay, to DMG server, I have created the two objects and just tag it with DMG server. I'm tagging with DMG server. That's it. So if I will come to the address group, go to the dynamic object group, nothing is showing. Okay, nothing is there. That's fine. Let's commit it. Let's wait for a minute. There is some kind of license warning. Let it be. Just waiting for. Okay, committed is successfully. These are the warning I'm getting. Okay, because in one of the class I was teaching antiviruses, so we don't have a license, so that's why we are getting anything. So leave it for this. Okay, close. Now details. This should be committed successfully. Okay, that is successful. So now let me close it. And now if I will go to the newly created dynamic object group. Okay, it's still showing DMJ. Yeah, see that, guys. New dynamic object group. Need to click here actually. If I click here more, I've seen that these two IP, I have created the object addresses, I have created it, and I have just tagged with DMG server. So whoever tagged with DMG server, we're going to reflect into the dynamic object group, guys. Because I have identified that new dynamic object server, I have created the match criteria DMG server. So whoever will tag by DMG server, it's going to be start showing into the, it start coming into the DMG object group, guys. So like what is dynamic object group? If you create any dynamic object group, creating this, and if you match criteria, if you add any tag as a match criteria, whatever it is, whatever the tag you will, if I can select PC, it can come, guys. Okay. LAN user, if I can select inside, if I can select, it can come. So whatever you can create a, select a object, DMG server, I have created for a tag. I didn't assign any IP for that. DMG server, I have created as a tag. Tag is nothing. I just given the name and I will given the color. That's it. So whenever if you create any addresses, whenever into wherever, whatever the IP, even this IP, nothing. Just click on it. It is not tagged. If I will come here and if I will tag, just click open. These are the tags by default I have created. Okay. So if I will select any tag, so if we have any dynamic object group which has a criteria with DMG server, it's this IP going to show, or it's already came. It's by default came into that particular object group with the tag. Come to the object group. I have tagged with that, right? You will not able to see now. I have to commit it. Only two IP, right? Let me commit it. That IP would come here. Let it be. It's 100% anyway. If you click at the more, that IP came, guys. Okay. So what I did, I have created one tag. Okay. Tag means what, guys? Tag means what? Like it is tagging. It's kind of a color ID. Okay. So this is the color. Anything color, guys. Red. Okay. Color would be anything, but I've given the name. I'm just giving any name of this color. Okay. So I've given DMG server. Anything name, guys. Okay. So why I've given the name DMG server? So like in your office, if you have thousands of or 100 of DMG server you are creating, just tag with this color ID, red, whatever it is. Just tag, it will automatically come to the dynamic object group. Anyway, so like I have a one color blue, and I have given the name, any name, Palo Alto Lab. It's a name just, okay. So this is the name, right? We know this is the name. Okay. Okay. Now what I did, I have created a one dynamic object group. Okay, guys, it's a dynamic object group. So I have to give the name of anything. Okay. I have given the name of the group. Okay. First, name of the group. I have to choose the type. I have chosen the type is what? Dynamic, right? Fine. And there in the tag, I have match criteria. Match criteria. So how in this group IP is coming actually? There is a match criteria. How it will match? Match criteria, I have selected like PLAB. PLAB. So we know what is PLAB. It's a blue in color. It's a tag. Okay. And match, I have created one object group. Okay. I have given the name like name is anything. I can give any name, not dynamic even. I can give just I can give a LAN user, guys. Anything, any name. Okay. Whatever it is. And select a type dynamic. Okay. And match criteria, I have choose the tag. This is a tag I have created, right? This is a tag. I have created PLAB. I have selected PLAB. Now what happened? If we create any objects, even any objects group event, guys, any objects group event, even services, whatever it is, if we just tag it with PLAB, whatever would be, we can tag it with the PLAB. That would be a part in the static. Actually, what we are doing in the static, we know that just we have to be add, like go to the browser and just manually add it. All right. So that is, we can add it manually. Okay. What is reason? Okay. What is reason? Reason is nothing, is a geolocation. Okay. So I want to create one policy. I have to create one policy where I want to create one policy where I want to, any IP would coming from China, I want to block it. Okay. Any IP who's coming to the China, I want to block it. So how we can do that? We don't know. We all know that public IP is actually registered according to their country. Like, so some of the public IP registered to India, some is UK, England, America, some are Russia, or some are China. We know that, right? So like I want to create a policy where I want to block source would be China. If any traffic coming from China, okay, destination is any, because anything, and action would be I want to drop. Fine, guys. So we as IT guys, we don't know what are the IPs of China. So according to the geo policy, according to the reason object group, whatever the IPs is actually registered with the China, Palo Alto has those IPs details, and they have created a separate object groups with the name of China. So you just click like this, come here. So if I come to the policy and I want to create a policy like if any IP coming from the China, I want to block it. How we can do that? Come to the policy, and I want to create a policy like it's China policy. Okay, China block policy. Okay, I've given the name. Source would be source zone. Definitely, it's coming from the outside, right? Because China is from the outside network. It's coming from the outside. Source address is China, guys. Okay, I want to block any traffic coming from China. It should block. You see that there is the options: address group, and reason. If you click on reason, guys, it's something like coming. I'll show you what is this later on. Click on add and scroll down. These are the by default stuffs. Okay, but see, there is a country name are coming, guys. These are the country name: UAE, Afghanistan, Antigua, Anguilla. So these are whatever the IP, whatever the public IP registered to their country. These are the country name are coming. Okay. So if I want to block any IP coming from Australia, any things coming from Azerbaijan or Barbados, Bangladesh, Belgium, Bulgaria, Bahrain, whatever it is, you want to allow, you want to block, whatever, you take your action. But here, like anything coming from the China, I want to block it. Select there's a China. Select on it, China. Go to the destination. Destination would be inside or any, either whatever it is. Okay. Destination address is any. Action is I want to drop. Action is I want to create a drop policy. Deny. Okay. So likewise, you can create a policy to reason based. If you want to block anything from coming from the China, Russia, Ukraine, anything, Palo Alto have details of everything. So see the scene is China block policy. Okay, CN. CN means whatever the IP belongs to the China, it's already registered to the INA, right? So those all information Palo Alto have, and Palo Alto, whatever the new IP generated for the China, it's all registering to this detail actually. So it's all Palo Alto have all the information. Nothing has to do with us. We just go to and find that country, particular country. If you want to allow it or block it, whatever, just take action. Now come to the objects and go to the reason. Okay. So like if I want to create anything, okay, go ahead. I want to block Russia. We know that Russia would be there, Russia Federation. Okay, I want to. So guys, actually, no need to create this because Palo Alto have all the details. But anyway, if I want to create, so go to the geolocation. Here you need to put the information of latitude and longitude. Okay, so from where you will get those things, Russia, latitude, and longitude detail. Go to the search on Google. This is the latitude and longitude detail from Russia. Just take those informations. Type it from the latitude. Okay, it is not copying it anyway. 61524. So just type it manually. 61.52401. Okay, and 105.318. 105.318. That's it, guys. That is created. So it means that what is latitude, longitude? Latitude, longitude is the actual address of a country. Okay, so by giving the actual latitude, longitude details, my firewall will identify according to this, latitude and longitude details. It will identify the country, and that's how it will start blocking or allowing whatever the necessary action you want to create a policy, you can create it. So that's how you can create object. But actually, it is not needed because Palo Alto have their own separate policies. They have all the country-based or geolocation-based all the IP address details for that each and every country. So that is for creating this is actually not needed. Okay, guys. So what is schedule, guys? Like I want to create a rules. Like it's a. Let me explain first, guys. Okay. What is schedule? Okay. Schedule is nothing. It's a time-based rule, guys. Okay. It's a time-based rule. So according to the name, we are thinking that it has some kind of time. It means like we have a one policy. Suppose we have a one policy like source IP is 10.0.0.1. Destination IP is 1.1.1.1. Okay, fine. Port number is anything like 443. Okay. Now, okay, action is allowed. So if I will create a policy like this policy is all the time active, right? This policy in the firewall active all the time, always. But suppose I have given some schedule details, okay, that this policy I want only been active from morning 9 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. If I create a one schedule and attach with this policy, what would happen, guys? This policy will only active on this given time, whatever time you will give. Okay. After 6 p.m., this policy is going to be disable or deactive. Okay. And once in the morning, once the time would be 9 a.m., whatever time I have given, this is the start time, this is the end time. Okay. This is the start time, this is end time. Okay. Start time and end time. What is it? Like 9 a.m., this policy is going to be active. Okay. And at 6 p.m., policy is going to be deactive or disable anything, whatever. Okay. So this type of policy and rules are called time-based rules. Clear, guys? Okay. Now we will see how to create a time-based rules. So now, suppose come to the schedules and click on add. That's fine. Just give any name. It's all depend the name. I have given weekly rules. I have already created, right? Okay. Weekly Palo Alto rules. Okay. So there is a recurrence. There is a recurrence. There's a three options. One is daily. One is weekly. One is non-recurring. Only we can create a schedule rule with these three options. That's it. Okay. So now we are going to first learn about daily option. So if I select daily, it means each day per day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Each day per day. Okay. Daily it's going to be recurring. If I select daily, okay, that is fine daily. But I have to give us some time, start time and end time. So I want to create a rule that it will active on 9. I want this rule to activate. That's all depend, right? I want to activate morning 9 a.m. and I want this rule to deactivate again at evening 6. So if I do that, guys, okay, daily, it's from morning 9 to 6 p.m. This rule going to be work. It means this rule is only be active in morning 9 to 6. After 6, it's going to be disabled. Okay, so I have just created a daily Palo Alto rules. Now come to the policy. I want to add this. Okay, so go to the policy anywhere. If you want to add this schedule, you can do it. Like I have created just now. I created one object policy, right? Or China policy. Suppose whatever the policy I created, right? So suppose I have created this China policy. I want this China policy action always should be allowed, right? Always remember. And come to schedule. There's option you will find schedule. Okay, select, and I've created a weekly Palo Alto rules. It means this policy, whatever I've created, whatever the policy, this is going to be active only this mentioned time, and after that it is deactivated. So that's the way we can create an object of schedule and assign it to any firewall, any policy. Now I'm going to show you some other, like I have to create a new rules like a schedule rule, anything, guys. And now we'll see the second option, weekly. So one is daily, one is weekly. Weekly means what, guys? Once in a week. Okay, once in a week, and I want to create a rules like Sunday. You have to be defined which day in a week. That's all you have to be defined. So I want any rules which can only work on Sunday. Okay, and at what time? So I want to give from 12:0. Okay, it means 12 a.m. morning and in at 23:45. Okay, it's going to be work on Sunday. So that's how we can create. Okay, and we can assign it to any other policy whichever you want. Okay, we know how to assign it. We know that. And again, if you want to create a one rule like event time, anything, I'll give an event time, anything. And there's a third option I want to check. What is non-recurring? So there's a one last option, non-recurring. It means what is not going to reoccur. It is a one-time rule only, guys. It is not going to reoccur. So actually, this is the meaning of, like we have seen the option daily. It is daily going to be work. One is weekly going to be work. But non-reoccurring means it's kind of an event day. Like it's only going to be work on one specific day, and after that, it's not going to be work anytime because the date is only come once in a lifetime, right? If I select that, any rule is going to be work on 1st of February, and I give a time, start time, let's suppose 0, and in time, till when I want to end at 2, and what is the time? In the time I want to give this. So it means from 1st of February, 00 start time, it will end on 2nd of February, 23:45. It means if I select this rule is going to, because after 2nd of February, it's not going to work anywhere because the time, this date will never come again, right? So it's a non-reoccurring, it's not going to reoccur. It's a once in a time. So that's how we can, even if you create a policy for the that kind of non-recurring, we can create and we can assign it to the policy. So that's what we can create the schedules objects of daily, weekly, and non-recurring. So that's what we can create objects, okay, and assign to the policy.